Long way, get this shit a long way, this shit a long way. Long way, hit it long way, 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 shit long way, long shit long way, long way, long way, long way, long way, long way, shit a long way. Gotta get the shit a long way, gotta get the shit a long way, gotta get the shit a long way. Gotta know what she don't really understand, man. Gotta know what she don't really understand, man. Gotta get a meal, but she don't understand. She be tripping every day, she be tripping every way. But I gotta get this shit a long way, gotta get this shit a long way. Tryna get money every single way, tryna get money every single day, get money every single way, every day. Every day we gotta get paid, yeah. Every day we gotta get paid, yeah. I'm feeling like we be the new slaves. No, we gotta finish rich. No, we gotta finish rich. Got a new bitch, she don't understand. She don't understand. She's gotta get rich. She don't understand. Sometimes we gotta get lit. No, we ain't get lit. Tryna get the long way, yeah. Tryna get the shit the long way, yeah. Coach is tryna wrap up a entree. Yeah, told you the other day that did my phone strong. We gon' shoot the long way. We gon' get the long way, yeah. Yeah, get the shit the long way. My bitch be tripping back and forth like a phone way. My name is Tari, I ain't playing games, so I'm done talking. Yesterday she told me that she about to leave, man. Said fuck it, bitch, we gonna get some money. Said fuck it, bitch, I'm about to get some money. So what I do today, I want to get some money, yeah. Cause we gon' get this shit the long way, we gon' get the long way, yeah. Back and forth like the pong way, yeah. Man, I'ma get this shit the long way, get this shit the long way. Just the only way today, because they go this shit's crazy. We gotta wear a mask, we the new slaves, and we be wearing this shit like every day. We be okay, we gon' be okay, they gon' be okay, they gon' be okay for me, yeah. So we gon' get this shit the long way, 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 yeah, we get this shit the long way, yeah, cause we gon' be okay, we gon' be okay, yeah, we gon' get the long way, yeah.
Oh. Hello. Okay, let me get everything straight here. Welcome to another edition of Savings Minus Debt. I'm your host, LJ Young. Those of you that are new to the channel, make sure everything's on. Okay. Those of you that are new to the channel, I am a 100% debt-free motivational speaker and personal finance educator. I help people become financially free by helping them mathematically see outside what I call the debt matrix. And the debt matrix is a place where slaves live. Now, there's two kinds of slaves: unconscious slaves and conscious slaves. Unconscious slaves can't see negative numbers psychologically. They can't see them, right? They don't really know psychologically. They can see them physically, right? So those of you that are new to the channel, I'm gonna give you just a quick example. If you believe you're a homeowner with a 30-year mortgage, all right, open up your calculator and put in your mortgage payment minus your mortgage balance, meaning what you have left on the balance of the home if you to pay it off today, right? And then hit equal. Now, as you physically look at your calculator, I just want you to listen to my voice. The reason why you believe you're a homeowner is because you cannot see negative numbers. That's obvious. You can physically see them on your calculator, but psychologically, you can't see them. And the space between your calculator and your brain, that's called the debt matrix right there. That's the debt matrix. When you're looking at something and you still don't believe what you're seeing, right? Now, there's conscious slaves that now they believe the calculator. They saw it and they're like, whoa, that's way under zero. Yeah, that's like way under zero. That means if it's under zero, that means I don't own myself. Nope, you're in the negative. So that means you are owned. Okay, they figured this out, right? Then they logged into their credit report to look at a list of all the owners. You log into your like Credit Karma or Experian account, Take a look at the list of all your owners. Those are all the people that own you until they get their money back. Okay. That was me up until age 40, something like that. Woke up, found Dave Ramsey. Dave Ramsey basically said, take the arithmetic that we all learned in elementary school and apply it to your finances using these baby steps. And that's what I did. Once I did that, I just followed, I figured out it was just math, like, damn, just math. So I thought to myself, what does religion got to do with it? Nothing. It doesn't matter. 1 + 1 = 2. And no matter what religion you can think of, right? So I stripped that out. And even to where his baby step 4 or whatever, he says, when you get down to your mortgage, start putting 15% away to retirement. But according to the laws of mathematics, by putting in your mortgage payment minus your mortgage balance, you have no money to put away anything anywhere. But if you can't see negative numbers, you don't know that. Okay. But you don't have any money. So I stripped that out. So it's right here. This is the answer right here. The ability to see negative numbers psychologically. Everybody can see negative numbers physically with their own eyes, but somewhere between the calculator and you guys' brain, that's the debt matrix. Okay. All right. So I am here today. Today is still Q&A Sundays where I respond to people's questions about the way I help them with personal finances. Okay. Even though the title, I put the title there, so just in case if people are not coming on, we have kind of like a title to talk about. And I said, I put that up there to say, what if, here's the link, but let me put that, come on, there we go. Here's the link if you want to jump up here, ask me some questions or anything about personal finances. I'm here for you today for free. Okay. But if you want my services, you got to go to SavingsMinusDebt.com. That is SavingsMinusDebt.com. All right. Did I put that up there already? Let me see. I might have already put it up there. There we go. Put that up there. If you want a consultation, there you go. All right. If you want a shirt. Oh, dang, I didn't edit that. Just a second. I got to edit that. Didn't mean to put that in there. Get rid of that. So if you want a Savings Minus Debt shirt, you can go there. Don't forget to hit that like button if you like the show. All right. And don't forget to subscribe if you're new. Appreciate it all. And my Cash App is Savings Minus. There we go. There's my Cash App. What's up, E-Man, Mike and Vince, Omanike, Aaron, hello. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Q&A Sundays. And the title of the video, I was thinking, what if, and you guys, I don't know if you guys have been reading the community area, but what if Google returned the mathematical truth when people typed in certain questions? So I typed in the community, I said, because people ask these questions all the time. How can I buy a house with no money down? Right now, if Google returned the mathematical truth, it'd be like, you can't. There is no way to buy a house with no money. You can't buy a house with no money. But what Google returns is this: if you put in, because you guys got to think about it this way. You guys don't know, Google and search engines are just like a collection of all of you guys' stuff in one big bundle. You guys ask repeated questions over and over and over again, and you guys don't really care where the answers come from. Long as it's coming from this source, you think it's true, right? But you don't know that by the question you ask Google, it knows what answer to return to you. So if you say, how do I buy a house with no money down? And you don't know that you can't buy a house with no money, they're going to pop up with like, hey, try this FHA mortgage, try this VA mortgage, try this NACA mortgage. Those are the mortgages for people that ask those type of questions. Like, how can I buy a house with bad credit? You can't. Bad credit's an indicator that you have no money. See, you don't know that. So Google's you put that question in Google, it knows by the question you ask, how can I buy a house with no credit? But since you don't know you can't buy a house with no credit, they're going to offer you an FHA mortgage. Here's another one. How can I buy a house with student loan debt? You can't. You can't buy a house with student loan debt. But see, when you type that question, how can I buy a house with student loan debt? They're going to point you right to subprime mortgages because you don't know you can't buy a house. You can't buy a house with student loan debt. You can't do that. That goes against all the laws of mathematics, all of them. But if you don't believe that, they have an answer for you. Like, it's like this. And this is just my speculation. When you type a question in, how can I buy a house with bad credit? Or how can I buy a house with student loan debt? I guarantee you it goes back and then it goes to like a bank database that says, hey, anybody that asks this question, you respond with this answer. How can I buy a house with bad credit? Respond with FHA mortgage. Respond with VA mortgage. Respond with NACA mortgage. It's bad, man. They do you. It's business, though. It's business. And when I say that, that's nothing bad. That's just business. Okay. It's just, if you don't trust math, if you don't know if you don't know you're not a homeowner with a 30-year mortgage or with no money down or 3.5% down, that's why you have an FHA mortgage, because you have student loan debt. Now, if you're listening to this, if you're listening to me say this, right, try not to get upset about it if it's true. You got to stop and think, wait a minute, are my student loans older than my mortgage? Yeah, then you probably have an FHA mortgage, because that's what FHA mortgages are for, people that believe they can buy homes while having student loan debt older than their kids. You see what I'm saying? You can't do that. But once you step outside the debt matrix, this is obvious. It's what it really is this. It's the ability to see the obvious, really. It's bigger than just the ability to see negative numbers psychologically. It's the ability to see the obvious. Like, here, let me give you an example. If you don't have no money to buy a car, guess what? You can't buy a car. That's obvious. You can't, if you don't have the money to buy the car that you want, you can't buy it. So you can't get it. That's obvious, right? Wait, do I have you count out, say like the car you want is like the new Cadillac Escalade, which is probably $70,000, right? All you got to do is log into your bank account and say, do I got $70,000 in my account? Then I can't get the Cadillac Escalade. But since you guys don't know that, you guys get trapped between the calculator. Better yet, you get trapped between the amount of money in your bank account and the price of the car. That middle piece right there, that's called the debt matrix. That's where slaves live. Slaves live right there. They finance cars and phones. They never stop. You guys don't ever stop and say, hey, wait a minute. I've been working all my life. I've been working all my life. I've been working since age 15, and I can't buy a phone in cash. I can't buy the new iPhone in cash, and I've been working since age 15. Wait a minute, I'm 43 right now. What? I don't have the, wait a minute, I'm financing a phone? Wait a minute, all my friends are financing phones too? Yeah. Birds of a feather flock together. All the slaves, you guys congregate. You guys do all the same stuff. You guys think it's normal to have student loans older than your mortgages. You don't know. You probably don't know you obviously don't know what an FHA mortgage is. If you have one, you obviously don't know. You don't know, right? That's why you guys all have the same stuff. Car payments, multiple credit cards, mortgage payment, you name it. Cell phone. You got the new cell phones every single year. You're not paying cash for them. For sure, you're not. That's what it really is. It's almost bigger than the ability to see the negative numbers psychologically. It's bigger than that. It's the ability to see the obvious. And sometimes it's scary. Sometimes it's you have to come into this slowly, because everybody around you, I mean, you guys saw the last thing. Did you see it? Did you see the last video? The obvious stuff that there's obvious stuff you clearly don't say and do, but they don't know that. Many people don't have the ability to see the obvious. It's like, of course, everybody knows. Listen, Of course, everybody knows the calculator is not wrong, but for some reason they don't believe it. They're looking right at it. They can physically see negative numbers, but they can't see them psychologically. Now, I don't want it to change. Okay. I know this is weird to say. You see me coming helping people. This is for just a few, because you got to remember, you guys, slaves, you guys can't do stuff. You guys don't know what you're doing. So you can't just be running around. You guys have messed the whole system up because you guys don't follow the rules. There has to be people that understand how it really works to make sure shit stays, because you guys are the engine. Okay. You guys, without you, this economy couldn't exist without you. You guys are important, but you guys must be remained in this container. The Borg, you remember that Borg box on Star Trek? You guys are in there. That's the debt matrix. Imagine us, we're out in space, but we're looking at you guys. We're connected. We need you. But we couldn't just turn around and let you guys do what you want to do. You guys would mess it all up. But that cannot happen. So and the wonderful thing about this system, it's all a choice. You believe the calculator or not. That's totally up to you. Believing the calculator, not believing, because the calculator is a scientific fact. Trusting the calculator or not trusting the calculator will determine which side of the economy you're going to be on. That will determine it. You determine it. It's all a choice. All you got to do is say, I believe it. Once you say you believe it, then you're free. Well, you start being free. It ain't. That's why I kind of like this intro song, The Long Way. The reason why I like it a lot is this, even though the beat sounds good and everything, but when you decide to get out of debt, it seems like it's the long way. Nobody around you is doing it. And you get your total debt, because half the people in debt, they don't even know how much total debt they're in. But once you get the number, and this is the hardest part, you got to see it. You total up all your debt, and if you physically see it with your eyes, it's gonna start something rolling. That's how it works. It's gonna be like, ooh, that's the exact number. That's the exact number. That's how much it's gonna cost you for your freedom. Okay. If you want to know how to get out of the debt matrix, everybody has a different price. Everybody got to pay a different price to get out. All you got to do is add up all your debt and look at that. That's your price of your ticket to get out. Once you get out, it's not really the long way anymore. It's like it's like the shortest and easiest way. All you got to do is first own yourself first. First, you got to own yourself. You got to own yourself. Once you own yourself, it's the easiest way, because everybody else in the debt matrix is doing it the long and hard way. People in the debt matrix, they think taxes are bad and evil. Rich people are bad. They're hoarding all the money. Oh, they're keeping us down. No, slaves, you are keeping yourself down by not trusting the calculator. You guys get so hung up on me saying slave all the time. Who does he think he is? I found the word in the Bible. That's where I found it. You think I just made the word slave up? I didn't make it up. It's in the Bible. But besides that, if it's mathematically true, why are you mad? That doesn't make any sense. CENTS. And it will never continue to make sense as long as you don't trust the calculator. I don't care what everybody around you is doing. Don't care. Don't care if they're investing in cryptocurrency, all that. Anybody asking you to invest in cryptocurrency, you turn to them and say, do you got student loan debt? If they say yes, that's why they're investing in cryptocurrency, because they have student loan debt. You make hey man, you should get into Bitcoin. Oh, they start bringing out all these books and articles and MIT, and all you gotta do is say, hey, you making car payments? Yeah. That's why they're investing in cryptocurrency. That's why they're reading all those books, because they're making car payments. What's up, Amina? It's bad. This is your chance here to get A. If you want the ability to see negative numbers, right here. But step number one, you have to own yourself. You can't, when you hear me say the ability to see negative numbers psychologically, if you're in debt, you have no idea what I'm talking about. Not a clue. Not a clue. You don't know that's the answer? That's the answer. That is the answer. That's just step one. That's step one. The earlier you get this, the better. Okay, time's on your side. If you get this in your 20s, most definitely time's on your side for sure. 30s, same thing. 40s, 45, 50 for sure. You better know about 50. Like when I think about it now, 50 is the deadline. That's the deadline for you to wake up. If you reach 50, put it this way. This is the easiest way to figure it out. You know how they always say, hey, what are you going to be doing 5 years from now? 5 years from now. This is what I want you to do. If you're deeper in debt than 5 years before, you're going backwards. You're doing it wrong. That's how you should do the 5-year thing. Don't worry about what everybody in Debt Matrix says. That's what I want you to say to yourself. Am I deeper in debt 5 years? Did I have less debt 5 years ago, or am I in more debt today? If you are, that's where you're going wrong. So that means 5 years from now, you're going to be deeper in debt because of interest, and it's going to get deeper, and it's going to get deeper. And let me tell you something. If you got student loans with that, you reach your age about 50, and you got about over 100 grand in student loan debt. Woo! I don't even want to think about that. Don't even want to think about it. I could feel something in my body because I imagine myself with $100,000 in student loan debt at age 51. No, sir. No, sir. No. No, sir. People talk like having student loan debt is not a big deal. It's a very big deal. That's how they create slaves. Don't you guys know that? This is all you got to look at. Look at things that you can't bankrupt. Don't you ever just got to wonder, well, how come you can just bankrupt all the other stuff except this? There's a reason for that. There's a reason. Pay yours off and you'll clearly see the reason. You do whatever it takes to pay off. Sell your house, sell your car, sell everything because you don't own it anything anyway. Put it this way. If your student loans are older than everything you see, your house, your car, your whatever you have, that doesn't exist because you can't buy it. You have no money. If you have student loan debt, by default, you have no money. So you got to ask yourself, if my student loan debt is older than everything in my life, how was I able to buy all this? I don't know. How were you able to buy it? You tell me, how was you able to buy it? I'll give you a hint. Log into your Credit Karma. See all those businesses in there? Yeah, they helped you. They helped you buy everything in your life. They helped you. And guess what? They want their money. They want their money back, especially student loan debt. Oh, they most definitely. Why you guys when you're younger, you guys go get this student loan money. Have you noticed they don't care what you spend it on? You can go borrow it, go to class, not go to class, buy some tires, loan some to your friends. Have you noticed that? They don't care. And they always give you like a bonus check. Here's some leftover money. Leftover from what? They always give you that bonus check. You know why they give you that bonus check? They're just rounding it up. Say like you borrowed $27,852. They probably just round it up to 30 and just give you the check, and they know you're going to spend it. They give that check directly to you because they know you're going to spend it. Got to pay it all back. Now, if you guys got any questions, let me know. Today is about you guys. Pretend I'm the Google that's going to be telling you guys the mathematical truth. It's crazy doing this. I knew when I did this, I knew it was going to be an uphill battle. I knew it was. But it's worth it. Because when you get out of debt and you own yourself and then you look and see how many gossip channels there are, man. Oh man, that shit just keep you busy outside yourself. It all that stuff keeps you from focusing on you. That's why it's so popular. You get to escape. You get to escape your world. You get to escape your bills. You get to escape your relationship problems. You get to escape for that hour or 2 hours so you can focus on something or someone outside yourself. That's why that shit's so popular. That's why it's really popular, guys. Because when you own yourself, you have no interest in any of that. None, zero. It's like why would I? It's like this. Why would I go into a channel and let another person tell me if I'm a 5 or a 6? That kind of shit makes no sense to me. That makes no sense. Why would anybody put themselves in that situation? That makes no sense. Being there, listen. By even being there, saying I'm being here personally so you can do this. I'm willingly being here. That's why they can do that to you. And they make a lot of money off of people getting in bed. Oh my God, the shit just makes no sense. But hey, I get it. Okay, don't get me wrong. Just when you guys hear me talk about it, that's just the way I feel about it. It ain't got nothing to do with business. Nothing. I don't care. If they're whatever they're doing is legal, I don't give a shit. I don't care. Whatever. This is no different than the gossip magazines that were in the grocery line store that are sitting up there as you're checking out all the gossip about the stars. This is just the newer version of it. It's just on the internet now, and everybody and their mama can do it. Talk about the same shit over and over and over. It could be the same thing, but different people talking about it, and people, you will watch the different, man. You know how much time all that time you could have invested in yourself? Especially if you like watching that shit and you got student loan debt. I know you guys don't think one has nothing to do with the other. I promise you it does. It does. It does. You got collections. If you're watching gossip, put it this way. If you're watching gossip and you got collections, that's why you're watching it, because you got collections. It takes you away from your world. You don't have to look at your phone. You could, like, when you have no debt, you can answer the phone or not answer the phone. It doesn't matter. I'm not scared who calls me. When you guys say out loud, like, oh man, I'm not answering that because of bill collector. You don't know what you're saying when you say stuff like that. You don't know what you're saying. You immediately tell everybody you're a slave if you got people after you wanting their money. And when you hear people talk about student loan debt, oh, it's so unfair. They should have told us and this and that. That doesn't matter. Stop. Hey, man, you guys better get out of that. Oh, we're jumping on the bandwagon. Well, you know, we're gonna rally up and we're not gonna pay our student loan debt. That's what they want you to do. They want you to not pay it. They don't, because they'll make more money, because one day you have to pay it. It doesn't matter. The longer you don't pay it, they make more money. You think they really want you paying that student loan debt off? When I paid my student loan debt off, you know how hard they made that? They made it so hard for me to pay off my student loan debt. They made it so difficult. They did all kind of shit. I had to call in on certain things and say, hey, put this here. If I give it's just the stupidest of nonsense, because they don't want me to pay it off. They didn't want me to pay it off. Exactly. You're right. Thank you, Omanike. You're right, Hyphy. You're right. Lost souls. And I keep saying this too, because I know it sounds like a contradiction, but it's not. It must be that way. You guys going to gossip channels blowing the fuck up, millions of subscribers, that tells me I'm on the right track. When I go to a channel and I see millions of followers, right? and then I go there talking about, and I hear them talking about gossip, that tells me I'm on the right track. Look at all those lost people. Only lost people pay attention to that shit. I'm telling you. I swear to God. Only lost people. And when you see millions of followers, hey, I'm on the right track. I'm on the right track. Mina says, if you know who you are, you're a 10 to me. Oh yeah, because most people don't know. Exactly. And a person, and that's a good thing. I mean, I'm glad you brought that up. When you know yourself and you have found yourself, you're not going to accept anybody else you're not going to accept somebody in your life that don't know themselves. When you know yourself, the obvious becomes obvious. So somebody come into your life as you meet a person that knows themselves, but you still in that world thinking you playing, you're going to mess around and you're doing your texting and you still, no, that's obvious. It's like, oh yeah, you're clearly not ready. Why? You're still texting chicks. You're still texting your old boyfriends. If that happened to me today, if I wasn't with somebody and I would just get with a girl, you just pay attention. Hey, is it me and you? Yeah, okay. And then you see something on their phone or they don't call it. Hey, sorry, that don't make sense. Bye-bye. And you know, people in that world, when you catch them like that, they like to make up shit. Oh, they try to make it seem like you're crazy for seeing the obvious, right? But when you know yourself, that stuff doesn't work. When you like today, if somebody was talking like that, I'd be like, I don't know why you're talking like that. I know I don't have to see it because you showed me. Do I need proof? No, I saw what I saw. I just make a decision. It's over. Bye. You're not ready. But even if it got that, you know how even have that conversation with a person, you know, personal credit reports are exchanged. There is no relationship if I can't see your credit report, your personal credit report. There's no relationship. There's not even sex. I won't even have sex with you. I don't want to accidentally get a person that don't know themselves, get a woman pregnant that don't know herself. Hell no. No. I'll be in court every other week. Oh, he child support, this and that. Then all of a sudden you be up in the angry man groups about how women are bad and they dog us because no. All you gotta do is look in the mirror. Did she have a baby by herself? How did it happen? Ivy says manosphere, high value community. MGTO, OW, Black consciousness community equals waste of Google cloud space. Ain't that sad? Ain't that sad? It is what it is, man. It is what it is. Sometimes you'll hear them trying to add me in those groups. I'm like, I don't even know what that group is. Oh man, a manosphere this, and you know what's so crazy? When you hear them talking about red pill and blue pill, I'm like, you guys have no idea what the fuck you're even talking about. Talking about red pill, blue pill with student loan debt. You got student loan debt. If you got student loan debt, you are obviously blue pill. Okay, if you got collections, you're blue pill. If you have an FHA mortgage, you are blue pill. You're not a high value anything. No, you're not. It doesn't matter what kind. If you got a nice car, but you're making car payments, you are blue pill. You're not high value anything. You refinance your house several times. You are so deep in the blue pill, you have no clue. And that's all they talk about. It's like, you know, you hear somebody say that. I just want to jump in and say, hey man, you got student loan debt? Yeah. Then what are you talking about? Blue pill, red pill? You don't even know. You're a slave. Slaves can't talk. Slaves are blue pill. Slaves don't own themselves. So you guys are blue pill. If you don't own yourself, you're blue pill. You're not a high value. You're a high value blue pill. So when you guys talk about that shit in those groups, it's like if they're in debt, they're high value in the blue pill arena. You guys don't know you're in the same arena. You guys got different levels. I guess you guys got multiple levels in the blue pill, but it doesn't matter. You guys are still in the blue pill. You're not red pill. No, you're not. Mm-mm. No, you're not. What's up, Nicer? They're runaway slaves, ducking bill. Yeah. Bill collectors are the hound dogs, like in the slave movies. Remember how those are bill collectors. But these dogs, they don't care what color you are. You could be black, white, Chinese, whatever. If you ain't paying your debts, that's why they're after you. They don't care what color you are. You owe them green. You owe them green. You can't just borrow money and not pay it back. Okay, and complain about it and go into the streets about it, holding signs and shit. You can't. You borrowed it. Would you want somebody, say like you open a business and you loan money out? What if those people borrowed money from you and just didn't pay it back? Would you be angry about that? Would you want somebody to go after them and get your money back? Now you got to pay somebody. And that's got to be the most irritating thing for a business. Now they got to go pay somebody to go get the money that you're supposed to owe them. It's just, man, hold on for a second. I got to turn the AC on. Hold on for just a second, you guys. That'd be killing me when I hear that blue pill, red pill talk. It's like what you guys. Okay, let me give you guys some examples so you guys can know. All right, listen. Okay, in the debt matrix, you guys have different versions. Like, for example, when you guys say buy, I bought a house, and you have a 30-year mortgage. You didn't buy anything, but you guys think you bought a house and use the word buy. You didn't buy anything, but you use the word buy. See how you guys are using the word buy wrong? And then you don't have the money to buy the house, right? Didn't even have the money to buy the house. You got a mortgage. And then right after you get a mortgage to get the house, you call the house your asset. You guys be throwing those words. Oh, a house is an asset to who? Who? Or you have a mortgage? Yeah, not to you. The house is only an asset for the person who paid for it. But you guys will call yourself a homeowner just like a person with a paid that bought their house in cash. The person in cash will call their house an asset, and so will you for some reason. That's blue pill. That's blue pill. Okay, that's blue pill. Blue pill, just different shades of blue. You're right. I like that analogy, Amina. You're right. Different shades of blue. That's it. Ivy says, if you got collections or loans, you can't afford any pill. No pill. But for try to put into the physical realm, you guys are blue pill. You don't even know. And the majority of you must be blue pill. I know it sounds weird, but it's very important that the majority of you guys are blue pill. That's important because none of this could work without you. If you didn't know that you can't buy a house with no money, that's important. Because I want you guys to think about it this way. If you guys didn't believe it takes 30 years to pay off a house, the housing market couldn't exist. If you guys, like, for example, if you guys woke up and were say like all you guys woke up and all of a sudden could see negative numbers, that would collapse the housing market. That would instantly collapse. I don't want that. I don't want that. Nothing close to it. Nothing close. I mean, it'll never happen anyway. I ain't worried about it. What I'm explaining to you guys right now, this will be until the end of time. The information that is shared here, the ability to see negative numbers psychologically, it will last your entire life. It will never change. It will never get old. It will never. Why? Because math doesn't care about time. 1 + 1 will equal 2 in 2021. 1 plus 1 will equal 2 in 2071. It will still equal 2. Thank you, Nicer. I will do this until I'm dead. I'm changing lives, helping people. I'm excited when I get ready to go on stages. All that's coming. Big ass podcast, all that. Because what I'm saying here today, the ability to see negative numbers psychologically, I've never heard that in my life. Nobody's ever said that to me, ever. Ever. When you're in the debt matrix, they always selling you different ways to have money. You ever notice that? They're selling you guys just all this stuff for the future, save for retirement for the future. What about insurance? How about another policy for your kids' college and all this stuff? You guys don't know it. You were supposed to pay for all that stuff. You. If you don't have the money for it, you should wake up and say, hey, that's a problem. Yes, that's a problem. That is a problem. How come you don't have your kids' college fund? How come? Now you feel bad. Oh my God, I feel bad. Let me co-sign. Let me get me a Parent Plus loan because I feel bad. Notice how they have something there called the Parent Plus loan. Why do you think the Parent Plus loan option even exists? You think if all you guys had the money for your kids' college, do you think the Parent Plus loan thing would exist? That wouldn't even exist. So they say, hey, we're making money off of student loans. Parents ain't got no money. Oh, they feel bad. Let's make something for them. And they just make it for you. And then you choose that option. What's up, Andre? Isn't it brilliant? It's absolutely brilliant. Absolutely, hands down, brilliant. I remember back in 2008 when that last crash happened. Back then I had my college degree and I was still paying on student loans. I almost fell for it. I was thinking, man, and I lost my job. I said, man, maybe I should go back to school and get my master's. That way I'll find a better job and making more money. Thank God I didn't do that. I almost did it. I had a few friends around me that went back and got their master's. The TV is constantly telling you, go to school. If you want to be a better life, go to school. You got to get that college. Make your family proud. Make it be the first one to graduate from college. They just keep putting it in your head. No, you don't have to do none of that. No, just turn the TV off. Turn the TV off. Because I remember the college program that I was going to go to, it was going to be like $60,000 or some ridiculous amount of money. I was like, wait a minute. At least I had the fortitude to think about how my current amount of student loan debt at that time and added it with the 60. I was like, man, that'd be damn near almost 100,000. And you got to pay back can you imagine the interest on $100,000 in student loan debt every year? Ooh, wee. Oh, I almost went back to school to get a master's for $60,000. And I didn't even own the piece of paper in the bachelor's. I didn't even own that yet. So I was going to go back and stack on. So go back to school. It's so stupid when you say it out loud. Go get in debt to get a good job, to earn the money to pay back if everybody did it this way, to earn the money to pay back the student loan debt, which nobody does. Guess what they do? Oh, that's you know how long it will take me to pay that off? Oh my God, it'll take me forever to get a house if I wait to pay off that student. You guys start thinking up these things in your head, like you guys even have the option to do that, to buy a house, to buy a house instead of paying off your student loan debt. You guys believe you have the option to do that. The bank knows you don't, but it gives you the option. It says, hey, since you don't know, here's an FHA mortgage for you. Here, yeah. Oh, yeah. You the same as all those other homeowners. Yeah, you're going to be a homeowner. They tell you whatever you want to hear, slave, whatever you want to hear. Oh, yeah. Said it out loud too. Said it out loud. And like I told you guys in the members only video, I am taking the time to observe, to focus on the obvious. And this is what I mean. Okay, I'm gonna use that example right there. If he knew it was against the law to take student loan money and invest it in cryptocurrency, he wouldn't have said it out loud in public for everybody to hear. He wouldn't have said that. Because think about it. I know that that's theft. And I'm sure it says in the agreement down there that says, hey, you can't use the money, you got to use it for school. And there's all kind of jargon in there for sure, for sure. And just flash, yeah, I'm doing okay. That's observing you. And you can't, and I'm not saying, oh man, he's so stupid or he's dumb. No, he obviously don't know. Isn't that obvious? That's obvious to me. Nothing comes from fraud. Nothing. You're right. Nothing. That says more about you. Like when you do shit like that, you can't come where I'm going. You can't come. That's not allowed. Wait a minute. You want to be with, it's like, to me, I'm going to be with the people that make those laws and rules. I'm going to hang with them. What would it look like me breaking them, trying to make it up to their area? I'm breaking the very laws and rules they created because I want to be one of them. No, you can't do that. You got to follow the rules. And when you do, you see why they're there. When you get out of the debt matrix, you see the true purpose of taxes. Oh, that's what they're for. Got it. Got it. Okay. That's why you don't do tax evasion, because you don't have to. Duh. You don't have to do tax evasion. Duh. Instead of people saying, wait a minute, why am I cheating? Why? Because everybody around me are saying taxes are bad and evil, and they're the one that's keeping us down and holding us back. Who's saying that? People are still on debt. People making car payments. I bet you 9 times out of 10, the people that are talking about taxes are bad and evil, I bet you they're making car payments. Taxes are bad for people who make payments. Yes. Because if you guys don't have the money for the product or whatever you're buying, the car or whatever, you don't have the money for the taxes. So guess what else you're doing? You're financing taxes too at an interest rate. The price of the car, the taxes on the car, and then when they put those together, they wrap it up in a bow on top of it. They're called interest rate. People with money, first of all, we don't finance cars, and we definitely showing the fuck don't finance taxes. That's blue pill. That's blue pill. Slaves, the rain was. It's like what, when I just wait till like Sal's and Gabriel team up. I think in the future, let me see. Sal's and Gabriel are going to team up, and then they're going to be slaughtering slaves. You guys got to take it easy. They don't know. They don't know. Slaves, Biden can't save you from debt. Sure can. Sleepy Joe needs you, slave. All of you guys need you guys. Slaves, you're only sitting high at the Range Rover, but the calculator still your fear. Sure is. I'd rather have credit card debt than student loan. Oh yeah, credit card debt. Oh and yeah, consumer debt. You can walk in and say, Chapter 7. But this what I realized. Okay. And it's pretty ingenious. Okay, it really is ingenious. Slaves think Chapter 7 bankruptcy is a bad thing. They really believe if you file bankruptcy, you're some kind of financial loser. You guys really, they don't ever stop to say, hey, wait a minute, why is it there? Why is it there? You know what Chapter 7's for? People that woke up. People that wake up. And then they realize how deep in debt they are. Now you got to come to like if you wake up and you about $300,000-$400,000 in consumer debt, right? And you got a job making $40,000. You gotta realize that you're never gonna pay off that much debt ever. You're never gonna do that ever. You're never gonna pay off that much debt ever. So you walk in, you get a lawyer, you get Chapter 7 bankruptcy. It's for people. Chapter 7 bankruptcy is for people that have woke up. They understand. They say, "Hey, all right, you woke up. Now you can see. Okay, you got to get out of jail free card right here." That's why you only can file Chapter 7 like every 7 to 10 years. That's a reason. There's a reason for that. You can file Chapter 7 or Chapter 13 over and over and over and over and over. But Chapter 7, you can't do that. Nobody ever says, "Hey, why is that one so different than this one?" Because there's a reason for that. That's for people that have woke up, have accepted the fact that they're never going to be able to get out of that much debt ever. They go see a lawyer, file Chapter 7, and they're free, and then they never do that again. Once you understand the true purpose of Chapter 7 bankruptcy, you won't care if it's on your credit report. Who cares? Because you're not even using credit anymore. Who cares if it's there for 10 years? So what? It can be there 20 years. I don't care. I'm never going to do that again. But you know what you guys do? So since you guys don't understand that, they created Chapter 13 for you guys. That's what for you guys that don't even realize. You walk in, you want to keep all the shit that got you in the bankruptcy in the first place, because that's what Chapter 7 allows you to do, which is the dumbest. It just doesn't make absolutely any sense, right? You get to keep the stuff that got you into Chapter 13 bankruptcy. Guess what you guys do? You guys go in there, they combine or do whatever they do, one payment, and then guess what you guys go do? Go out and finance another car because all of that's in bank. Oh my God. And the whole time it's still accumulating interest inside of the Chapter 13 while you guys are making minimum payments. It's still accumulating interest. So when you guys mess up, because you guys can't, the reason why you guys are there because you messed up on your payments. You think you're going to join Chapter 13 and all of a sudden magically start keeping up with your payments? No, you're not. No, you're not. That's why you can repeatedly getting it over and over and over again, because they know you guys are going to do that. You guys be trying to buy a house while you're in Chapter 13 bankruptcy. They are going to, you walk up, they're going to financially abuse you. Chapter 13 bankruptcy, and you looking for a house. They do you, oh, God damn. They do you guys dirty, man. What's up, Atticus? Excuse me. Because if you're typing in, if you're Googling, how can I buy it? Can I buy a house while in Chapter 13? I'm sure millions of you guys asked that question, millions. And the bank has an answer for you. Yes, you can. You sure can buy a house while in Chapter 13 and having student loan debt. You sure can. You sure can. What's it called? FHA mortgage? Yeah, you can be a homeowner, whatever. That's how, if the bank was really looking at you, it'd be like, yeah, you want to be a homeowner? Yeah, okay, yeah. FHA, yeah. 3.5% down. You can borrow your down. They be saying it out loud too. You can borrow your down payment from your family, your cousin, your sister, your brother. Hey, anybody that want to participate in this financial. Anybody that want to give away. Anybody that want to help you with your down payment. Yeah. Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, we'll hand you off to one of these home loan broker people. They'll get you right in. Then you guys sign up. Don't even have an idea. Of course you don't. You have Chapter 13. You got student loans. Of course you don't know. They know you don't know, but you don't know you don't know. You can't buy a house like that. You obviously have no. If you're in Chapter 13, you obviously have no money, and you are so deep in debt. You're not even close to ever owning a house, ever. But you don't get it. And if you're in an FHA mortgage right now, I'm sorry, they got you. No, you got yourself. Let me stop saying that. I don't want you to think the banks did anything to you. You got it to yourself. Because if you understood, if you could see negative numbers, you would clearly say, I would never do that. Like if I walked into the bank looking for a mortgage and they ran my credit, they wouldn't insult me with the FHA mortgage. They would not insult me like that. They would take one look at my credit report and know I'm only here to accept the best mortgage that this bank has to offer. That's the only one I'm here because I don't even want that one. I'm only here because of my age. That's what I would say. I'm only here because I'm 51. And I'm working hard every day and video podcasts and all that stuff to make it happen. And I'm just saying it, but I'm just letting you know now, I'm barely here because of my age, because I woke up late. Gabriel says, LJ, can you use crypto for mortgage payments now? Well, I remember I saw that article that you put in the Discord server, but I don't really, you know what? Put it this way, Gabriel. You got to remember, cryptocurrency doesn't exist. I don't know why they're doing that. I think, okay, so when I saw that article on the Discord, I said, okay, why would they tell slaves that you can buy a house with cryptocurrency? So that's how I think, all right? Why would they? Okay, money, even paper money doesn't exist for slave. No currency exists for slave, none, right? So I have to think, okay, why are you guys saying that? The only way I can see you guys, the only reason why I believe they would say that is to increase the popularity of cryptocurrency, to say, so the slaves will say, oh, look, it's happening. Look, you can buy a house with cryptocurrency. Oh man, and then they'll start jumping into cryptocurrency more. Maybe they're backing off of putting their money in cryptocurrency. So they start throwing shit out there to make slaves believe that it's changing towards that. See, look. I mean, so they'll see something like that and believe it. I don't believe it because I know cryptocurrency doesn't exist. That's how I believe it. I mean, that just makes sense because if, like I said, paper money doesn't exist for slaves. They don't know that. Okay, they don't know. They don't know credit's been here for years. That's digital currency. Okay, they don't even realize, why do they think credit cards are accepted everywhere? The credit card companies be saying it right in your face. Credit cards are accepted everywhere. You know why? Because you guys couldn't buy shit if they didn't accept credit cards. If every store stopped accepting credit cards, everybody would go out of business. Of course, credit cards are accepted everywhere. They have no choice. They ain't got no choice. You walk into a store, you get ready to pay for your stuff, you pull out the credit cards. Yeah, we don't accept credit cards here. You'd be like, okay, bye. So now they're going to get you guys pumped into cryptocurrency. Oh, you can buy a house with it. It's changing. No, it's not, slaves. No, it's not. No, it's not. It never will. That's not going to happen. Ivy says about the small dealership that advertised we do same day income. Oh. If you walked into a place with a sign stuck outside with a dancing bear, listen, if you got a dancing bear and a guy dressed up in a Uncle Sam outfit dancing on the corner, and you go in there and get your taxes done, that's why you're going in there, because of the dancing guy in the corner. You think I'm gonna pull into a place and they got a dancing bear and dancing Uncle Sam dancing out in the corner? You think I'm gonna have to do my taxes? Fuck no, you ain't doing my. Oh, you ain't talking to me. Yeah, you obviously not talking to me. Why you dancing in the street? Income tax is business. Why are you dancing? I don't get it. Oh, they're not talking to me. That's why. Okay, and then I just keep on driving. Those car places that say, "Hey, buy here, finance here." You know who they're talking to? Slaves. Oh, you're talking nicer. Crypto is the new crypto is, hey man, if you got real money, oh yeah, hey, you get out of debt and you got real money, just watch this. You can play the crypto, just watch the slaves. You know when it's going to go up and down. Okay, they're saying you can buy A house with crypto. Okay, what does that really mean? They want the slaves to invest in cryptocurrency more. They're going to believe it more. So with that announcement, Bitcoin probably go up, and whatever new one will pop up. But seeing Bitcoins to be the big one, right? They'll get their faith in it, and then they'll start pouring money into it. They want to hurry up and get them in before January of 2022, because that's when the student loan payments are going to be due. They're not going to have no money after those student loan payments kick back in. Their DTI is going to go way back. It's going to go way up. Once they put the student loan debt back on their credit report, their DTI shoots up. They can't borrow no more money, and they can't even make the payments that they have now. That's when cryptocurrency is going to go down. But they don't know. So say like you understand how it works, right? You pull your money out in December. You let it ride, let them invest all the way to the end of the year, because they're going to have Christmas money too. Remember, Christmas coming, right? So they're going to want to invest. Hey, man, if I get into cryptocurrency, I'll pull it out and then I'll have some Christmas money. Well, that's what they think. You keep your money into it, maybe pull it out in November. I'm not saying I'm an invested advisor or anything. I'm just telling you, mathematically speaking, okay, Christmas is coming. Pull my shit out in November. And then it's going to boom, because they're going to start pulling out money for Christmas. And then they're going to try to get prepared for January to pay their first student loan debt payment. And they think they're going to pull it out of cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, and ain't going to be no money in there. Nah, I don't think it's a Ponzi scheme. I think it's brilliant. See, stop hating, Gabriel. Stop hating. Stop hating on what the wealthy do, man. You hater. Why are you hating on the wealthy? Why are you hating on the wealthy, Gabriel? Why? Because they're making gazillions of dollars and you're not? They're making gazillions of dollars. No, they're making Googleplex money. Googleplex. That's how much money they're making, Googleplex. Any questions, anybody? Any questions? If you want to get out of the debt matrix and enter a whole entire different world, meet a whole different set of friends that want to help you be your best. You want to exit the world of lying and cheating and scamming and people fucking around on you and people stealing your money and doing financial scams on you. You ready to exit that world? Right here. This is how you exit that world. You ready to exit the world of gossip? Talk about just stupid nonsense for hours. You ready to get out of that world? Because you got to remember, when they're wrapped in that world, they don't see what's going on out here. This is where we stay. While they're occupied with that, we're back here doing the real shit. They don't know that. That's important, though. That's very important that they stay there. It's important that the majority stay there. That's important. Hey, the bigger the gossip channel, I'm so happy when somebody comes up and they got millions of followers talking about gossip. I say, congratulations, thank you. You're doing a good job. You're doing a good job. You're doing a good job. But when you go on a show, especially like a woman, you go on a show, and when you're young, you guys got a little bit of leeway because you're young, you don't know. But when you go on a show and you let somebody talk down to you on a show while everybody's watching, that says more about you. You're going to let somebody degrade you on a show? Fuck no, I wouldn't allow that. No. You see how I am today? I don't care what podcast I'm on. I'm going to be the same. As you guys see me here today, hey, if I went on the show and said, hey, man, you're going to have to sign this, and you can't say this, I'll be like, then I ain't going on your show. I'm being me. Now, if they say, hey, you can't cuss, okay, I get that. I understand it. I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about going on the show, and if I can't cuss, I ain't going. No, I understand that there are rules. You can't swear. You can't do that. I get it. I totally get it. Totally get that part. But if they try to, nobody's changing me ever. Nobody. I don't care how much money they offer me. No. It's funny when they say the wealth of billionaires. Like, come on, have you noticed that? They always do that. They always say the unconscious slaves love to do it, especially with people with student loan debt. Oh, the wealthy do this. The wealthy use debt. The wealthy do that. How do you got student loan debt and you're making car payments? How do you know what the wealthy do? You don't know what they do. You got student loan debt. You can't possibly know what the wealthy do. You're making car payments. You think the wealthy make car payments? No, they don't make car payments. They don't talk about financing cars. I don't care what kind of car it is. I don't even care if it's a McLaren. I don't care what kind of car it is. I'm not financing a car. I know I have a gift. I know I have a gift. I know I do. It's obvious. It's an obvious gift. Do you think I'm going to sell this gift? When I go on different panels and shows, if they don't trust the calculator, it's over. You're done. You might as well just walk off the stage. If you disagree with me, just leave. You might as well. You don't trust the calculator? Yeah, just leave. You're going to embarrass yourself. Yeah, you don't know. You want to keep your customers? Yeah, you shouldn't come up. You shouldn't know. Because I'm going to take 2 or 3 of them. I don't need that many. I don't even want that many. I just want enough people, especially young people. We need some people that understand to keep this shit going. It got to keep going. It has to keep going. Life is, man, you get out of the debt matrix, life is wonderful. Life is beautiful. I don't watch the news. I don't watch the gossip channels. I don't watch that shit. I'll tell you what, you just turn off the TV and not watch commercials. And I don't know how I'm jumping over here, but like when you get out of the debt matrix and you watch TV commercials are like, they're like insulting. The majority of TV commercials, they look like they're made for children. It don't even make any. They be doing some stuff that they're not even talking about the product. They just do dumb stuff like what's that one? Wet teddy bears here, or the like Liberty Mutual commercials. They got an animal and a guy that was in an old cop car. And he's pecking. What are you selling me? I don't get it. What are you? Nothing. We're selling you insurance. We'll tell you at the end of the commercial. It's like, is this commercial for grown-ups? Yeah, it's for slaves. If they and I don't, and I know this is a little bit off. I don't know why Liberty Mutual is pushing so hard. Those guys got commercials coming out your ass everywhere. Ads, TV, every time on the YouTube. I mean, they are pushing, and they know what gets sales? Repetitiveness. All they got to do is program that song in your brain, the bird and the guy. And they just keep doing it over and over. And as soon as you think about insurance, you'll think about the commercial, and you'll go to them because you've seen that commercial. You've seen the commercial so many damn times. It's brilliant. Normal average American $500 car payment, student loan older than me, and show their banks a gift. I think it's up to like $550 now. I think it's up to like $550 now. I love this journey I'm on, man. It's so crazy. I'm changing lives. It's like I know 4 people that's either paying off their house or making the move to get out from under a bad mortgage and be free. Those are life-changing moves. Those are life-changing moves. They're waking up saying, "Oh, damn." It's a wonderful feeling to change a person's life. You think anybody watching like gossip shit, you think they're walking in there and say, hey man, this show really changed my life. You think that ever happens? Probably never. They're not changing nobody's life, and they're not changing anybody's lives, and they're just making money. It's just business. It's nothing. And when I talk about it, I want to make sure everybody's clear. I don't care that they do that. That's just business. That has nothing to do with me. I'm just telling you, if you are lost, that's why you're probably into it, because you want to escape your world for an hour or two. Because some of these people, they be talking about nonsense for like 3 hours of nonsense. Talking about what somebody else is doing. I'll be like, 3 hours of that? 3 hours of that. And the majority of them think that subscribers mean something. They really believe it. If they go, because I remember I've done a couple of panels, and I would tell like the host of the, hey man, you should do this. Sometimes I read inside the comment, they'll say, oh, look at a smaller channel trying to tell a bigger channel what to do. It's like, what are you talking about? Because they got more subscribers, I shouldn't be telling them something? It's just so stupid. They think views have something to do with it. Super chats have something. No, it don't. No, it don't. No, it don't. I've had somebody even say, oh, he's always coming over here. I've never seen him super chat. So what? I can super chat when I fucking feel like super chat. I don't have to super chat because you want me to super chat. Oh, I got to spend my money since you ain't. It's just it's so stupid. It is so dumb. But I don't say that. That's what I think in my brain. It's just because sometimes it's so dumb when they say stuff like that. What you posted about A&W Burger Patty with the McDonald's. Exactly. Wasn't that amazing? Somebody sent me that. That was amazing. I am, Andre. I know it's 2022. I am being patient, and I know what it, and when you hear me say that, yeah, sometimes. Yeah, I do. Yeah. Then I turn it off. I like, hey, that's not my world. Who cares? That has nothing to do with me. That's needed. That's important. It's important for certain channels to have millions of followers talking about nothing. That's important. That's very important. SavingsMinusDebt, 2 to 3 hours of garbage. 2 to 3 hours of garbage. Sometimes I'll go to certain channels and I'll just sit there for like 10 minutes just to see, I'll read what people are saying, and then I'll see what they're talking about, and then I'll see how many people are watching. I'm like, okay, wait a minute. 500 people are in here live. Watching what? What? And then it's just, oh God, it's just, oh. SavingsMinusDebt, you don't know that what it means to lose 30,000 subs in one day. Humble yourself, little fella. Yeah. 40,000 now. 40,000. That's like 40,000. That's a lot of people. That's a lot of people, man. When I see stuff like that, you know what? When I see something like that, I just tell the universe, I go, hey, I promise you, universe, I will never abuse my gift. I promise you, I'll never, and maybe because I'm older, I'm not younger, I just wouldn't abuse it. Everything I have now is from the universe. Why would I abuse it? I'm never gonna abuse it. Even like lying to, like I have these people following me, right? And lying to them that say like I had gone to prison or something and I didn't tell nobody, and nobody ever knew. And then it comes out when I'm big. Oh, LJ, we heard you went to prison back at blah blah blah. I'm like, oh shit, everybody to me, that would be abusing my gift, not telling the people that follow me about my life, because I don't want to go all the way to the top and then they pull something out of a closet, because people in debt, they always say, oh man, everybody got skeletons in their closet. I don't have no skeletons in my closet. None. Zero. None. Certain things I didn't even have to say. I didn't have to tell nobody nothing. I told my members only, hey, check this out. This is what I did when I was younger. This is me. This is me. So now when it comes out later, they'll be like, the members be like, oh yeah, he already told us about that back in 2000, whatever, blaggity blah. What's up, Dark Man? Spilling the tea. Manosphere nonsense. Exactly, Andre. Nonsense. Everybody got their different versions of red pill. Maybe it's not women's fault. Maybe it's yours. It's like they really believe. Like when sometimes I'll hear some of those. They really believe it has something to do with man or woman. And this was so crazy. I was telling the members only this. I remember when I was 18, right? In Seattle, you had to be 18 to go into the strip club. So here I am, little 18-year-old. I was so excited. All right, cool. I'm 18. I go into the strip club. I'm like, ooh, look at all the naked women dancing. I was like, ooh, because you know when you're young, you see it on TV. You just think that's what you're supposed to do. Guys go to strip club because that's what the TV shows you, and your friends tell you, hey, this is what young men do. We go to strip clubs. What? I'll tell you that. Oh, anyway, I went in there, right, and you pay for it. You pay for a dance. And I was looking around. I was like, oh, yeah, okay. I'm looking around, waiting to see which one I'm going to have dance for me. I said, okay, I'm going to wait for like a Prince song because Prince songs are usually long, right? And I said, okay, cool. Hey, yeah, I want to dance. She comes over, dance on me. The Prince song's coming on, and she's dancing on me. And also the Prince song ended like 1 minute and 30 seconds. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. A Prince song is never that short, ever. And then she turns around. That'll be $30. I was like, $30? So I pay her, right? But then when I got done paying her, I was like, okay, I don't want to more. I said, wait a minute. And here I am. I'm 18, right? Back then, I'm making probably $7.50 an hour, $8 an hour, something like that. And I remember sitting in that chair, and I said, wait a minute. I started adding up how many hours I had to work for that $30 minus taxes. And she just made it in a minute and a half. It took me hours to get that $30. That's what I said to myself. I'm 18 years old, right? And I said, who's the hoe? They always call the women in strip clubs hoes and stuff. But I paid to get, listen, I paid to get in the strip club and I paid her. She made $30 in a minute and a half, which took me probably about 3, 4, 5 hours to make that money. Who is the hoe? I was the hoe. I wasn't jealous of that. I was like, damn, $30 in a minute and a half. I was jealous. I was like, damn. But at that point, I never went back to a strip club ever again. Never did. I was like, fuck that. No, no. But that's what I'm saying. When you see these young dudes calling these girls hoe, and all of a sudden, like when you hear them, they're making like $100,000 a month on like what's the channel, the private channel, open channel, what is that called? You guys know what I'm talking about, where they do all the porn now and then you got to pay for it, right? Some of these girls over there making $100,000 a month, and dudes calling them hoes. What? Who's paying them? If they're making $100,000 a month, who is the hoe? I'm confused. And then you got these dudes out there talking about, talking about it's okay when it's okay and when it's not okay to buy a box. You buying pussy? Who's the hoe? I don't get it, because I tell you what, right now, I never did that. I never will do that ever. That's a problem. If you buying box, that's a problem. Oh man, and this is what they do a lot. Oh man, the rich executives, the billionaires, they just do it for. I don't care how much money you got. You think it's different to buy box because you're a millionaire. You still buying pussy. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. But these young dudes act like it's okay for rich dudes to buy it, but younger dudes can't buy it. It don't make no sense. And they be saying this out loud. They be saying it out loud. Who is the hoe? You're the hoe. She's making $100,000 a month and you making $50,000 a year, and you calling her a hoe? You guys are mixed up. You guys are totally mixed up. Totally. If they can, hey, makes no sense to me. Makes no sense to me. Oh, she ain't nothing. Look at her. She's showing her body. She's making 100. I mean, if she decides to use her body to do that, hey, okay. Well, I'm not saying good or bad. I'm just saying if you making $50,000 a year and she's making $100,000 a month, you're the hoe. And I'm gonna tell you guys right now, when you get out of debt and you control yourself, you control sex. You control it now. It doesn't. My private parts don't control me. When you own yourself and you look back at all the guys telling you how to use your dick. This is what you do. This is what you don't do. This is how you get this. No, what do you mean? It's yours. You don't have to do what they say. They can do whatever they want with their own, but you can do whatever you want with yours. You don't have to do none of that. None of that. Especially if you buying it. If you buying it, you need to go see a doctor if you're buying it. That's a problem. OnlyFans. That's right, Andre. OnlyFans. Okay. Crazy, man. Crazy. The hoe is the home. Yep. The trick is the tenant who pays the mortgage for sure. Calling them hoes and they're making car payments. That don't make no sense. If you buying boxes and making car payments, you're the hoe. You're the bank's hoe. Trying to clean up their image. It says that says more about you than it says about the women. Maybe they can't get girls in real life. Something. Oh man, we just do it for convenience so we can have. That's a problem. That's a problem. Oh, we do it for discreet. I don't care what you're doing it for. Who cares what you're doing it for? Who cares what you're buying it for? I don't want to know. I don't even want to know your reason, right? And these young dudes always try to make it seem like, dude, it's okay with dudes with money. It's okay for them to buy. Oh my God, this is so stupid, so dumb, so dumb. What's up, Nicer?
What's up, LJ? How you living?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, it's been a while since I've been on your show. What's up?
How you doing? What's going on?
Well, I'm doing pretty good. I've actually wanted to give a quick little update, and I haven't been writing much lately. I've been the past couple of days. I've been focusing on spring cleaning. I got a bunch of junks, like old paperwork and things like that to get rid of. And then I'll get back into writing. I'm still getting my studio set up. I got part of the equipment already. I'm just waiting on my direct deposit to be approved, because I got a couple of distribution checks I've been sitting on.
Okay.
That once I get direct deposit, I can get those reissued, and then I can buy the rest of the equipment that I need. But yeah, I also want to give a shout out to Andre for the book recommendations. I'm definitely putting them on in my Amazon shopping cart too. And shout out to Cosmic, because I reached out to her, for a little business related advice as far as I gotta set up an LLC before I register as a songwriter. But I did jot down a couple bars real quick. I want to share with y'all, if that's all right.
That's all right. Go ahead.
Okay. It ain't a matter of what you're doing to me. It ain't a matter of the banks are cruelty. It's a matter of looking in the mirror and asking, how stupid do I be? You ain't got nothing to be proving to me or impress anybody with flashy jewelry. Math has always been true to me. Debt-free living is jubilee. The matrix won't ever succeed in recruiting me. You want to know what the blueprint be? Just apply math to the buffoonery, and that's how you win in life, indubitably. And that's what's up. That's all I got for now.
Foolery. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. So you setting up a little studio and stuff to get it all going?
Yeah,
Okay.
I've done some writing in the past month.
Hmm.
I've also I got software on my laptop where I can actually make the beats to go with the
Oh,
song. It's
okay.
just the most difficult part is coming up with the melody because
Mm.
the writing part, the lyrics are easy. It's like once I get a grasp of creating melodies to go with the songs, then it's on. I'll be in the zone. I'm gonna take off like a rocket.
Are you gonna come up with the music, or are you gonna get somebody to come up with the
So
music for you?
I'll be um I'll be writing the songs. I'll be registered as a songwriter and publisher.
Hmm.
I'll I'll um I'll record the vocals to the songs and put them on my YouTube channel to get them out there. You know, to I'm also going to be setting up a business page on all the major social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, all
Okay.
that.
Okay.
Yeah, so I got a
Okay.
lot of work to do, but I'm excited. I'm getting there. I'm making progress.
That's what
I'm
it
doing it.
is.
I put it out in the universe. I'm committed to it to see it all the way through to the end. So you know,
Yeah.
I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
If it's telling you to do it, do it.
Yeah,
That's exactly what I'm doing. It don't
yeah.
matter what anybody else think. Do it. If it makes you happy too, do it.
Oh yeah. It's like I feel like you feeling right now. When you're doing your YouTube channel, I'm feeling the exact same way. I'm like, this is my calling. This is what I love to do. I'm doing it. And
Good. I
I
can hear
wouldn't
it in your
even be
voice.
able
I
to
can
do it
hear
if
it.
I wasn't that free.
I can hear it in your voice. I can hear it.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm. Congratulations.
All right. I'm just happy to be here. I'm happy not only to be being along on your journey, but having my SD family along with my journey. 'Cause
Mhm.
we're really a family here. This is really a network. This is what synergy looks like. For
Yes.
anybody
And it
wondering
can't be
what it looks like.
faked. It can't be faked.
Exactly.
It can't be
Exactly.
faked. Yeah, I love it. Thank you, Nysa, for sharing that. I appreciate that. It means a lot. Your journey,
All right.
telling me about your journey tells me I'm on the correct journey.
That's what's up. All
Yeah.
right. Well, I'm gonna hop back down in the panel in the chat. Excuse
All
me.
right. Thank you very
But
much.
thanks again, LJ.
Of
You rock,
course.
man. I love you, brother. All
Love you
right.
too. All right. See, that's what I'm talking about. Stories like that, that tells me that I'm on the right path. It tells me that. It tells me I'm on the right path. I got my SMD advisors in the background helping me navigate through some stuff, you know. Sometimes I'll be so focused, I don't be really paying attention to certain things. And sometimes they're like, hey, yeah, don't, maybe this, you shouldn't do that. Okay, all right, yeah, I saw that, didn't see. Okay, cool. You know. Sub Cosmic, SMD network, Atticus Net, SMD network. So that's what I love about this SMD family, man. Being here, it can't be faked. This cannot. You can't come over here and pretend you're an SMD member, especially if you're a slave and you've never been out of debt. You can't pretend you're a member. You can't. You just can't do that because you don't know financial freedom exists. So if you don't know it exists, you don't know there's another language, right? Would you say, Sal? So the slaves just melt after Nysa dropped the sledgehammer on them. I know they ain't even gonna get it. They're not gonna get it. They ain't gonna get it. And I don't want them all to get it. I know it sounds weird. What do you mean, LJ? What are you doing helping for the people that are ready to hear? This is for the people that are ready to hear. I'm not here to convince. This is what it sounds like to me. If I was trying to convince somebody, hey, will you please start trusting math? Please trust your calculator. Come on, man. Please. That's how stupid it sounds. That doesn't that sound stupid? Begging somebody to trust their calculator? No. Mm-mm. No. If you believe you're a homeowner with an FHA mortgage, you just believe you're a homeowner with the FHA mortgage. Thank you. Thank you. If you've refinanced your FHA mortgage 3 or 4 times since you've been in the house, thank you. Appreciate you. Slaves are number one. Slaves are number one. But you don't have to be a slave. You don't have to be a slave. You're choosing to be a slave. Slaves choose to be slaves by not trusting the calculator. It's a choice. This whole system is a choice. Our financial system, it's a choice. Like when you own yourself, check this out. When you own yourself, say like you're a person that keeps attracting the wrong type of people in your life into relationships. You know why that's happening? Because you haven't looked in the mirror yet. All you got to do is look in the mirror and ask yourself, why do I keep attracting bad people? Why do I keep attracting people that cheat on me, lie, steal my money? You're attracting them. Know how I know this? Because none of those people are in my life. I wouldn't even allow anybody like that in my life. I wouldn't even allow that. I wouldn't even allow that. I remove anybody that has any kind. I did it recently. Good friend, 10, 15 years. The more I was climbing in this thing, I already knew it a little bit early. I started seeing these like jealous signs coming up. I was like, no, we've been friends too long. I know he's not acting like that to me. Okay. Well, and it started getting worse and worse and worse. I said, that's enough. Goodbye. Goodbye. I'm not even explaining it. Goodbye. And how I knew I made the right choice? Because when I disappeared, no callbacks. Hey man, L, what's up, man? I've been trying to call you. Not a call, nothing. I made the right choice. That's exactly what I was seeing. Exactly. Because the person that truly didn't know that it was happening, they would call, they would wonder, hey, what happened? I didn't get a call, nothing. I was like, okay, I made the right choice. I made the exact, because if somebody cut me off and it was a good friend, and I really didn't know why they were cutting, I would call them, hey man, why are you not answering my calls? I'll email them. But when you know, you know. I hope every SMD family member reaches their dreams, whatever that is. You got to listen to the voice that's non-vocal. You can't detect it with your 5 senses. You can't detect it, but you got to trust it. What'd you say, Andre? The UK has Miami to thank for a whole scene. Not sure if that's a typo with for a whole. I'm not sure what you mean by that, Andre. Anyway, any questions? How long have we been on? An hour 30. Any questions? It's still okay. Still Q&A Sundays. It's still Q&A Sundays. Okay. If you have any questions, now's the time to get them answered for free. Personal finances only. All right. And who said that? Was that Cosmic's? Cosmic's like, hey, LJ, the manosphere, they're gonna come after you. What'd you say? Don't you guys know? Like, have you guys noticed when I go on to like panels, nobody jumps in there? Have you noticed that they don't jump on? They're not like all other topics. I'll come on there. Some of the popular channels too. They don't jump on the panel. You know why? Because they know. They know. Look at the way he's talking. He's talking about he's 100% right. He's always right. Nope. They have not heard anybody talk like that. Nobody. What is he? You know, they're looking like, what does he know that we don't know? And I keep telling them. Oh, what'd you say, Atticus? He said, I watched Mr. Fantastic with Mills, and maybe 2 more, but that's it. LJ said he's not a part of the manosphere. No, I'm not. I'm not. I'm not at all. I'm not part of no manosphere. I'm not part of no group. The only group I'm part of is the SMD group. I'm not letting anybody put me in a category because I'm black. No, sir. You ain't doing that. No. Math ain't got nothing to do with the color of your skin. Math doesn't care what color you are. I make sure that is clear. What'd you say, Sal? I only watch one because he's trolling. It's Greg Adams. The rest do too much and probably never left their own town or city. Oh, Hyphy said something way back here. Benefit the women is not worthy enough to spend money on. Feminist community men are biggest hoes. Hoes aren't only women. Sure ain't. You know what's so crazy? Dudes like that, they don't even realize that they are hoes if you're spending money. It couldn't exist if the men wasn't spending money. Strip clubs, prostitutes, OnlyFans. Where do you think that's money coming from? Men that like, hey, I get it. But I'm not, listen, just me, I could never do that. I've never been like that. I never could pay to go. No, I can't. Pay some woman to show me on the camera? No. No, I'm not paying. I don't pay for none of that. Pornhub's free. Why are you paying for it when Pornhub's free? Just go to Pornhub. That's a problem. Yep, you're right. Agreed. No skin color policy. I don't pay attention. Hey, listen. I don't watch. Okay. I watch. How can I say that? I pay attention to politics when they say certain things. I don't really care about Democrat or Republican. I just pay attention to the things they do because they're in positions to change stuff. They can change laws and change tax structures. You got to pay attention to that stuff. You're like, what are you doing? Oh, you guys are doing this because of what? I don't care what you're doing it for. Okay, where's that at? Who is it going to affect? Is it going to affect me? Okay, what do you? If there's someone like if they're saying, hey, we're about to tax something over here, that means in the background they're offering some incentives to do something else. You guys don't know that because when you're in debt, the only choice you have to do is pay those taxes. But when you have money and you're not in debt, you can say, hey, I know you guys are doing this, but what tax breaks are you offering in the city or town or whatever? You guys don't know about that. Slaves don't, because you have no money to do that. I'm looking up those people. I was talking to Hyphy. Okay. I love what I do, man. I don't know why I was blessed with such a gift. I don't know why. I'm not questioning it. I'm not saying, hey, why is this? No, it is what it is. And it's big. It's very big. Millions of people don't know what I know. Millions of people don't know, obviously don't know. Atticus says, correct, LJ. I watch politics to insulate myself. I don't support anyone but myself and like-minded people. I'm no minion for any. Exactly. I'm not. Even when I was younger, I used to question myself because I didn't really have anybody to ask. First question I had to myself, what makes a person Democrat or Republican, right? So the only thing I can think of is you must have been raised in a family of whatever side. So if your family's Republican and you're born, I guess that makes you automatically a Republican, I guess. Who knows? So what I went to do, I went to read the definition of a Republican, because that's the only thing I could understand. What makes them this? What makes them Democrat that? So I read it. Okay, I read that there. I guess you can read the sides and say, well, this fits me more, so I guess I'm this. I was like, nah, man, I ain't doing none of that. No. I remember the first time I voted was for President Obama, right? Because people, have you noticed, they will try to make you feel bad if you don't vote. Like you're a dummy or you're doing something bad or something. It's like, I remember when I voted for Obama, to be honest, I was only voting for him because he was black. And I remember when I did it, I was saying that to myself as I was going to drop off the ballot. I was saying to myself, well, the only reason why I'm really doing it because he's black. And now that I'm out of it, that's exactly what I was supposed to do. I did what I was programmed to do. Wow, he's black. He's going to be the first black president. I'm black, so I might as well just do it. I was programmed to do it. That's exactly what I was programmed to do. And I did it. I didn't know why I was doing it. I didn't know why. But I was around enough people. Hey, man, you vote yet? You vote yet? Don't miss out the vote. And then you watch the news. Hey, you got till 5 o'clock to get to the ballot and this and that and blah, blah, blah. It's like, oh, my God. They just shove it down your throat. Exactly, Andre. And, here's another thing. When I was younger, that when they would have like these dinners for the politicians, right? And then, but when you go to this dinner, it says each plate is like $20,000. And I used to say to myself, and I'm young too. I'm like, $20,000. 20,000. What do you think? What do you think they're paying $20,000 for? You think they're really people that listen? People that got $20,000. You think they're going to spend $20,000 on a plate of food? I don't care what they're serving at this rest of the month. It could be lobster and the best shrimp in the world. It's still not going to add up to $20,000. So what do you think they're paying for? What do you think this donation is for, man? You got to open your eyes up. Hey, whatever it is, what it is. They got money. I don't. I know exactly what $20,000 plates of food are for. I know exactly what it's for. And I understand it. I'm not against it. Hey, it is what it is. Okay, I ain't got $20,000, but I'm sure when I have enough money to drop $20,000 on a plate of food at a some kind of political event, I'll know exactly why I'm spending $20,000. I'll know exactly why I'm spending $20,000 on a plate of food. Politics with benefits. I like that. Exactly. Politics with benefits. And it is a tax write-off. Sure is, for sure. But check this out. If you've never fully funded your 401k, don't you ever worry about getting in one of those events when a plate of food costs $20,000. Don't you worry about that. That's none of your business. You'll never be in a room with the people that are dropping $20,000 for a plate of food. That's for the person. I'm not talking about a couple. Maybe it's 40,000 together, his and hers. Okay, don't worry about that. That's none of your business. If you never fully funded a 401k, don't worry about what they're doing. Don't worry about what they're talking about. That's none of your business. You'll find out after they're done. LJ was following the on-code black theory by voting based on skin. I sure was. I sure was. I knew, even then, I knew something was wrong, but I didn't have anybody to ask. I didn't know. I was just watching what everybody else was doing. Oh, man, yeah, man, first black president, man, I'm going to vote. Hey, I guess that's what I was supposed to do, and I did it. But now, again, now that I'm out of it, out of the debt matrix, oh, that's why. Got it. Got it. And you mark my words. Mark my words. The vice president, she's going to be president. To me, when I look at everything, it seems like it's just lining her right up. Just like they're prepping her. To me, that's what it looks like. They're prepping the vice president to be president. That's just what I see. That's just my opinion. I like, oh, okay. She's just looking the part. She's just doing these certain things, and women power is coming up. A lot of women stuff. Hey, that fits right into the woman president. That's weird. The first black woman president. Do you know how many votes she's going to get? The first black woman president. And don't get me wrong, I'm happy as hell to be able to see it. The first black male president and the first black woman president in my lifetime. That's an amazing thing, because that probably will never happen again for a very long time. They're lining it right on up. And I've been saying this I said this like a couple years back. They're lining her up. She's about to be president. She is. She's about to be president. She's about to be the first black woman president. Believe that. That's happening. Of course, LJ, didn't you see Trump at the Taj Mahal? No. Is that something recent? And why are you saying that? What's the big deal about Trump at the Taj Mahal? What's that got to do with anything? Now I got to look it up. I got to see what that means. Funny, they think there are sides to, I know they do. You know, where I'm at right now, I realize I imagine like trap doors in life, right? First, the ground is, you got a straight path to your purpose. But what you don't know when you're born, you don't know that that path has trap doors. And if you make the wrong choice, it's going to drop you through the door. Now you got it putting you on a different path. You're still going to have a path to your whatever your purpose is, as long as you listen. But you drop down to another path, it's going to be, instead of straight, it's going to be this way, go around, take a right, and then come back when you have a straight path right now when you're born. As long as you own yourself, you have a straight path. You won't date anybody that don't own themselves. You're not going to date them. You don't have to worry about Ponzi schemes. You don't have to worry about people stealing your money from financial scams. You don't have to worry about any of that. That no longer applies to you in your life because they won't be able to fool you. They don't know this exists. They can't see negative numbers. Financial scammers, they just know a little bit more than you guys know. They're still in debt because only people in debt scam other people. Because when you get out of debt, there's no purpose. There's no reason to financially scam anyone. There's no reason for that. But when you come across people that do, there's a reason why they do it. They're slaves. Only slaves scam other slaves. Shoots and ladders. Ain't that the truth? Shoots and ladders, yeah. Now I got to relook at that game, Shoots and Ladders. Now I got to look back at it. God damn it, Andre. Now I got to look back at Shoots and Ladders. I do. I sure do. I got to look back at, because I already looked back at Monopoly. I already looked at, oh, Monopoly is just like life. Sure is. Just like life. Monopoly is exactly the same as the economy. You just got to, if you play it debt-free, you'll look at Monopoly totally different. You're like, oh my God. Now you got to take the knowledge, say, play with all your friends in Monopoly who's in debt. You play debt-free. You take what you learned from Monopoly, and then you apply it to real life. It's the exact same thing. First, you get with your friends and say, hey, you guys want to play Monopoly? They're going to say, yeah, I already know how to play it. No, you don't. We're going to play according to the rules. Have any of you guys ever read the rules on the box of Monopoly? They're going to all say no, all of them. Nobody will have ever read the rules, the game rules of Monopoly. The majority of people you know. You say, we're going to play by the rules only, period. But you don't tell them that you are going to play debt-free and you be the bank. Because people that don't understand, they'll if you put somebody pretending to be the bank, they're gonna take out money. They're gonna take a 5, think it's funny, take a 5 here, a 500 there, and blah blah blah. Since they're the bank, no, you have to be the bank, and you play debt free. And don't tell them they're gonna play like they normally do in life because that's all they know. And then you're gonna win every single time, and they're not gonna be able to figure out how you're winning every single time. These games are great teaching tools. I got to go look up Shoots and Ladders now. I do. I got to look it up. In the right hands, yes, there will. Sleepy Joe versus Humpty Dumpty. Donald Trump, damn, 2020 was something, man. Yeah, I think his purpose, honestly, and again, this is my opinion, right? I purposely think he was there to where when they brought up another candidate, everybody would vote for the new candidate just to get Trump out. It wouldn't matter who the new candidate was. They just wanted him out so bad they would have voted for anybody. And you know what really, this is what really got me. This was really got me, right? I remember, who was that? When, Trump, he won by electoral votes, right? I remember when that happened, because I didn't really follow voting and politics. And when you don't really follow it, you don't really say it because you think you're embarrassed because you should be knowing something, which is not true. That's not true. If you don't know about politics, don't worry about it. Just say, I don't know about politics. Okay, just say it. It's okay. It's okay to say it. I know all your friends pretend like they do. They don't. All you got is they got mortgages and student loan payments and car payments. Yeah, they don't know about politics. No, they don't. They just think they do. I remember when that went on, and then there was the popular vote, and this is the first time I heard about electoral votes. And so I said, and so when he won by electoral votes, when President Trump won by the electoral vote, I was like, I was like, what's the popular vote? Oh, that's the vote where people vote and they put in their ballots and count them and do all that stuff. But he didn't. Wait a minute. That means that's what the people of the United States voted. They said we don't want him. Yeah, but we got electoral votes of it. What is the electoral votes? Well, there's a few people in each state, and then they determine who's in control of those people. Who hired them, and who do they listen to? Probably the people that hired them. And he won by electoral vote. I said, what is that? And then they come up with this stuff to try to make it make sense. I don't care what it says in the book. That still doesn't make sense to me. That doesn't make sense. Oh, well, like California, they have a whole bunch of people in there. And then you go over here to Montana and okay, wait a minute. The United States, we're one, right? Like we're all as one. Yeah, we're all as one. So if we all voted to say this is what we want by everybody's vote in the United States, wouldn't that determine who we really wanted? Well, yeah, but they got more people they come up with all this stuff. That shit don't make no sense. None, zero. That's so confusing. I said, how long has this electoral vote been in place? Oh, it's been in there since 1800s? I said, something's not making any sense. Then I got out of debt and I was like, voting is not, it looks like that, but it's, got it. Oh, that's why they're losing votes and containers are being locked up and then, got it. Okay, all right. Totally understand it. Play life again, LJ. These games are completely different. Oh, man, you PCA. See, one thing I like about Andre, he gives it to me in pieces. Thank you for giving it to me in pieces. I appreciate it. But sometimes I call you a PCA, man. I just They all serve the same purpose, LJ. There are no teams. Ain't no teams. There's one team, baby. There's one team. The people that make the rules. That's the team. Correct, LJ. The Trump-Biden debate between those oppressed by racism was mad glad the election. Oh, man. It was just... Oh, I was just ready to get that just over with. People need to understand the definition. To vote is to suggest, but to elect is to decide. Hence the difference of voters and electoral college. Ain't that the truth? And you see the way how eloquent Cosmic said that? How many people you think will understand a word what she just wrote? Nobody. What's she talking about? Elect versus vote. That's the same thing. What you talking about? See, SMD is in a world of its own. When they hear me say things like, out of 37 million subscribers on YouTube, mine is different. SMD is different. They think I'm just talking shit. Who do you think he is? Talk about he's 100% right. I am, and this channel is unlike any other channel on YouTube. I'm not bragging. It just is. I don't know why I was chosen for this. I have no idea, but I love it. Wait till you guys see me on stage. I feel sorry if anybody's up there that's against me on stage in front of thousands of people. I'll be like, I'm gonna come over there. Hey, are you sure you want to do this? Have you watched my videos? You know what I do to slaves, right? Do you trust the calculator? No? You might as well just leave now. Just leave. Just pretend you got sick and you're leaving. You got a customer base? You do finances? You're a tax advisor? I strongly suggest you leave now. Who do I think I am? Well, I'm LJ. Yeah, I'm LJ. You knew that before you stepped up on the stage. Just leave. You got how many years of experience in finance? Yeah, 15? But you've had your student loans for 20? Yeah, you should just say you got sick. Who you think you are? You think, yeah, I do. I'm all everything you're about to say in your brain. I am that. Yeah, I am. I can say it for you. Oh, shoot. What's up, Wayne Omega? What's up, Alonzo? I'm already giving you guys examples of what it's like already. Every time I get up on panels, people are scared to click on the link. And you know, when you go to those channels, you guys know the same people that always jump up there, always up on the panel saying stuff. But when I come on there, they be scared to click that link. I know why. I know why. Because I love what I do. And I'm changing people's lives. I love this mic, man. I feel like a rapper. Now I know what rappers feel like when they be spitting their lyrics. They don't know where it comes from. It just becoming natural. That's the same way I feel. I have 10 years experience in finance and 0 in student loans. Are you completely debt free, Alonzo? Are you completely debt free? Personally? Personally. And congratulations on not having student loans and being in finance. Congratulations. Finance bars. And Andre, hey, man, I want to apologize to you for having those guys up on there, man. It got you pumped up. I hope I didn't throw your day off. I didn't mean to interrupt your day like that. Hope your clients are okay. You didn't cuss out any clients yesterday, did you? Okay, good. I was like, oh man, I got Andre a character. Uh-oh. Have Andre's wife come, hey honey, I love you. What you mean you love me? Oh, sorry, honey. Oh man. No, due to medical bills recently. Okay. That's different. Okay. That's when something like that happens, that's out of your control. All right. That's not consumer debt. Okay. That kind of stuff happens. Okay. That happens. What you need to if it's a ridiculous amount, I don't know your insurance information, whatever, you got to take a step back and say, will it take me more than 10 years to pay off this medical debt? That's what you got to say. Is it going to take me more than 10 years to pay off this debt? If it's more than 10 years, hey, I'm not. Chapter 7, especially something complete accident, freak. You might have, like say like this. You didn't have any insurance. Next thing you know, you had to have heart surgery, due to no fault of your own. Okay. Yeah. No insurance and you need heart surgery. That's going to set you back. That's going to set you way back. All right, you guys, we're going to wrap this up. We've been on here almost 10 hours. 10 hours, 2 hours. That's very different. See how that is, Alonzo? The family knows that's different. Oh, I'm not debt free because of hospital bills. Okay, that's different. That's something totally different. Like if I saw your personal credit report, Alonzo, and the only thing on it was a big hospital bill, that's different. Okay, that's not the same as car loans, credit cards, department store cards, cell phones, Gotcha. Ooh, okay. So that's what you need to think about, Alonzo. And this is what I strongly suggest. Diabetic. Now, I don't know your situation, your health situation, but if you're not in the best of health, it's time to start taking care of yourself. Okay. It's time to start taking care of yourself so the stuff like that don't happen. But again, if And sometimes it's just due to ourselves. Sometimes it's inherited, but usually the inherited diabetes is rare. That's what I hear. Usually it's caused by ourselves. And, me personally, this is how I've always been. Okay. I see diabetes happen. I see it happen in my family. The first thing I thought, what causes diabetes? Bad, poor eating habits, stuff like that. I just said, okay, I'm not going to do that. And I know everybody can't just do that. I'm just saying that's just how I think. I just knew I wasn't going to be overweight because I know that causes diabetes. That's bad on your organs. It's just bad, right? So I just said, okay, I want to live long, so I'm not going to do that. Now I know everybody's not that strong in their mind, but that's just how I think. Now I'm not telling you I don't go to stop by Chick-fil-A, eat my Reese's peanut butter cup every now and then, get some ice cream, eat some fried chicken, but I don't eat it every day. I just don't eat that kind of stuff every day because I know it's going to be bad for me. I just know it. Like when I looked up sugar has absolutely there's no benefit to have sugar in our bodies. None, zero. It has no benefits, none. Not many people know that sugar has absolutely no benefit. And I got a couple friends that say to me, I hate water. Because that's all I drink is water. You guys see me, this thing, I carry this is what I strongly suggest. If you want to start drinking more water, get you a container, right? Get you a container, make it cold, as warm as you want. Keep this around the house. Instead of a cup, you will naturally start to drink more water. I've been drinking water only for years. I'm just telling you what to do. I wanted my girlfriend to start drinking more water when I first met her. I got her one of these. I said, hey, here's your container. All I do is kept it full. All she drinks is water now. If you're a person that hates water, that means you're addicted to sugar. Oh, water's nasty. It don't taste like nothing. You mean that life-giving stuff that nobody makes that come from Earth? Nobody makes water except Earth. The Earth makes water. What's up, Nicole? Long time. Yes, it does. Requires health. Eating like a slave. And see the way you're saying that, Alonzo? I want you to say that like in the mirror. Till you get tired of saying that. I'm tired of eating like a slave. You keep saying it. You keep saying it. And this is all you got to really do, right? You got to say to yourself, one day you're going to die. Everybody knows that they're going to die. Are you going to die naturally or are you going to die by your own hands? It's totally up to you. Do you want to live long or not? I mean, it's really that simple. You're going to die by your own hands or you're going to die naturally? I'm going to die naturally. Because you got to remember, once I'm dead, like I can say, I'm going to live to be 150. I'm never going to know if I'm going to live to 150 because when I'm dead, I'm never going to know what I'm not going to remember the year I died. I'm not going to remember the age I died when I died. So I'm going to live as long as I can. Okay, Omanike says there's type 1 and type 2. Diet is type 2. Okay, type 1 is then and there's not many people that get type 1, right, Omanike? That's not like millions of people get type 1, right? Oh shoot, that's my girl. All right, we're gonna have to wrap this up. All right, I can go on and on and on. So can you guys. I love all you guys. Appreciate the S&B family. Yeah, it's not preaching. We just protect the family for sure. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Until next time. All right. Have a good one. Have a wonderful Sunday evening. Later.